This piece captured that feeling, this dreamlike feeling where something is so elusive, it just slips right through your fingers. It definitely happened. It was definitely it's definitely real, but it is so fleeting and elusive. And that's what makes it so beautiful. There's a real nostalgia in this piece and all the sun-soaked shots, and it just reminded me of that summer of the person who got away, or those brilliant times of growing up where you can't go back there, but at least you had it. And it does, you tend to drift back there once in a while when the going gets rough.
It had kind of an ambiguous ending thing where things kind of fade away and you don't know if things are ending or this has been a memory, but it does make sense because like steam, it's in front of your face until it just kind of fades away. So I think thematically that checks out. I think the way of telling the story was really interesting and really dynamic following that path where you're experiencing all these things and these like life events and you just kind of watch it dissipate and pull away, and I think the acting was really done in showing that. But I think the way that this was sequenced was shows that even better. It's a really dynamic piece. It's really interesting.
Feels like a collection of home videos on an older camera. There's this grainy texture of the film. There's this muted color scheme, and it seems like we're witnessing a love affair. And there's a lot unsaid in this piece. It's a lot of communication through body language and nonverbal communication. But what it feels like in the end is that he's letting go of what was this love and accepting what is. He mentions vanishing, evaporating like the sun. And that makes me wonder about the symbolism of the statement. And there's lots of elements of Tai Chi in the beginning and end of this, where it seems like this is where he finds his center. This is where he gets back to himself.
Me, it felt like sort of like a home movie feel with the graininess to it. I liked that a lot. I thought it was different. And there was this like mysterious vibe with the music and just the tone of it with the sound. And I thought it was beautiful lighting by the sunset when they're walking or standing in front of it. And interesting just with the sepia tone. It felt like there was some of it was sort of sepia tone. It might not have been, but it kind of had that feel.
I loved this character and the way she took on her city. Her encounter with this lover brings an intimate look through the lens. The colors, especially red, are bold and striking. Red brings the sense of passion and lust. This seems to be a moment in time. As the water dissolves, so does this relationship before our very eyes. It's as if this is an elegant way to showcase ghosting in a more vintage setting. This isn't modern, but the concept of this act of vapor, this relationship kind of being suspended in the air. The words he has on the matter are rather poetic in nature and adds to the overall piece.
Loved the vintage feel of this. It felt very much like you were watching a home movie with the grain over it, and the way it was clipped into a square rather than widescreen. It very much felt like memories, which a poem at the end kind of shows that it's vanishing, such as you might have the memories forever, but it's vanishing. The vintage feel, it felt very organic and authentic with what the filmmaker was trying to do. She did a very good job at this. She succeeded at putting this into a vintage feel where you actually felt like you were a little bit intruding on this couple.